Hello students, welcome back to Module 5. The key learning that we do in Module 5 is how to use string stream objects. String stream objects are very useful because, as you have seen, when we read information from files, sometimes this information is a number, but it gets read as a string. And then we had to do all of that complicated stuff in which we had to convert a string to an integer and do all of the processing ourselves. Well, it turns out that we have a class called the istringstream class in C++, which has got two subclasses or objects, if you'd like to call them that. One of them processes input and the other processes output. This lecture will focus on the input, istringstream, and the ostringstream or the output processor is done pretty much in the complementary way, right? So this is very much, if you look at this looks a lot like, for example, we include IO stream, we include F stream, we also include string stream. And it is part of the namespace standard. So if we include it here in this way, then we don't need to use the scope resolution operator in our program, right? So what does the string stream do? Istringstream is an object that can be declared in this way. So I'm going to say, let me declare, just like cout, just like input file, I can also declare an object of type istringstream, and I'm going to call it istringstream. So instream, let's call it that. The question is, what is this instream going to process? It turns out this instream is going to process a line or a string because it's an istringstream operator. So I'm going to say, can you process this line for me? Now, but we haven't defined what line is. So let's go and say line is a string. And now I know my program is not going to be super happy because I've got to include string and maybe do using standard string. And now I'm going to declare string line, and let me, just for the sake of argument, initialize it with word, right? Or let's say hello, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to say world, and I'm going to count the number of seconds as 1, 2, 3, 4.56, right? So here's how I have declared my string. As you can see, this is a word, this is an integer whole number, this is another word, and this is a decimal. And I would like to have an easy way to just pull out what is called tokens. This is token number 1, token number 2, token number 3, token number 4. And they are of different types. This token is a string type, this token is an int type, this token is a string type, and this token is a double type. So let's create some variables that can actually store these tokens. So I'm going to say int number, and I'm going to say double is a decimal number, and I'm going to say string word 1 and word 2 because I've got two words there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract these tokens from the line and put them into these variables. And istringstream is going to help me do that. How does it do that? It does that by allowing me to insert this line into this instream object, and once you insert it, you can extract it exactly as you extract using cout. So here what I'm doing is I'm extracting from here exactly like we do from the cin object, right? I'm going to do word 1, and then, as you know, the number comes after that, so I'm going to do instream the number, and then I'm going to do instream word 2 and instream the decimal, right? And now what I can do is I can actually print, right? I can actually print word 1 and word, right? This is to confirm that it has done it correctly. So I can print word 1, and I'm going to copy paste this stuff here. And I've got number here. And I print the number. Then I print word 2. And then I print the decimal. And now we will see that it has correctly in line. So let's run this program and verify that istringstream. So you see istringstream has correctly identified, pulled the information, right, from the string. So this tells us that there are several ways in which we can get input. We can get input from a file. For that we need a file variable. We can get input from the console. For that we need cin, console input. And we can also extract input from a string. And for that we need to use the istringstream operator, right?